In the remote village of Barar, on Mahanadi Delta in eastern India, a unique experiment is underway. It began when Anil Pradhan finished his bachelor's degree in engineering. At the time, he could have taken a high-paying corporate job, but instead, he moved back to his village and opened a new kind of school, called the International Public School for Rural Innovation. Anil's vision is to create a model that will transform the way Indian children learn. Unlike traditional Indian education, Anil's curriculum includes classes that reach well beyond books. In one session, children may dismantle old appliances and learn how they work. Then they'll create sculptures, models, and other projects out of the pieces. They weld, solder, and 3D print, all in the service of science and understanding. And all ages are encouraged to explore. It's a big idea with the power to transform not just young minds but an entire way of thinking about school. And yet, while Anil is succeeding with his innovation lab and other hands-on classes that he teaches himself, his limited staff is struggling to teach grade-level subjects like math, science, and social studies. Needing a solution and thinking outside the box as usual, he turned to Aveti Learning technology for help. Aveti is an affordable tablet-based platform that delivers grade-level e-learning content, all in the local language children can understand.
I started this school because of the problems that I faced when I was a child, and we don't have access to quality education here in villages, and getting STEM education in a village is very difficult. So I planned out why can't we have something like this in a village. My vision was to create some innovators, engineers from very remote locations in Odisha, and how can we come up with students, those who can make something. And what I personally feel is the normal education system is not working, and I don't think they are creating students, they are creating future leaders and innovators. So what I did is I just tried to make something practical, how experimental learning can work, and I started experimenting with that. In standard education, kids, they used to get a education that is only related to book and copy. And what our education system is, how can we go out from the four walls of the classroom, and how we can just communicate, how we can interact with the environment, how we can make something, how we can break something, and how we can create something. When I started this, it was very difficult for them to get into this, but gradually after 2 years, now they know how to code. So a microprocessor or a microcontroller, now they know how to code it, and now it's very easy for them to code. And I think if this will go on running for next 2 to 3 years, we'll easily come up with innovative projects that can solve real life problems. Schools, they can just replicate these models, but this is very essential that they should have that motivation and the thing that I should do it. And it's very difficult, but gradually they can do it.
Children are engaged and learning becomes fun again. With this technical support, teachers are more targeted with their lesson plans, the students are more engaged, the parents are happier, and now Anil is freed up to invest his time in more innovation for the children of his village. Big ideas are changing the future in India and around the world. And Avetilearning is another big idea, bringing world-class education where it's needed the most.